Hello, my friends. Hello, hello, hello. I am in my Jamaica kitchen, and today I will be making some soup, some homemade soup. So it's going to be pumpkin soup. Come on now. Pumpkin soup, pumpkin from my garden. And for all my non-Caribbean friends who don't know that this delicacy, which we would be adding to the soup, it's very good for you. It is chicken feet soup, chicken foot soup, chicken foot pumpkin soup. Okay, that's what I'll be making today in my Jamaica kitchen. So come along with me. So my ingredients: my pot is on the stove boiling. I don't think you need to see that. So I have my chicken feet. That's gonna go right in my pot. Then I have some garlic and a little bit of clove, like 3 cloves, or yeah, and some pimento and pimento seeds and some scotch bonnet pepper. So this is how I made my pumpkin soup. That goes in there. And then I have my pumpkin from my garden. That's what's gonna go in there. So, as I said, I do not have the fancy camera, so I gotta do all the turning. Can you see that? Yeah, so in goes my pumpkin. All right, so I'm gonna take you step by step. So this is going to be cooking away, and once that's cooked, then I'll be adding my ground provision, which is my yam, my cocoa, and then I'll make some dumplings and I'll put in there, and then I'll season it up for taste. So I'm going to take you step by step. Okay, so let me show you how it looks in the pot. So there you go. That's going to be cooking. Okay, and I'm going to take you step by step. So you put your chicken feet in and you put your garlic. I like to cook mine with the garlic and first pimento and like few cloves and some scotch bonnet. Okay, so this is how I do it. Everybody does their cooking differently. This is my version. Okay, I will take you to the next step. Yes, my friends. Yes, my friends. Let's get back to the next step. Let's get back to the next step. I'm going to show you how the pot is looking and what's going to go in there next. Okay, so that's how the pot is looking. I'm boiling some water to add to it, and then I am going to put my ground provisions in. Okay, so come along. So here is my ground provision. I have yellow yam, sweet yam, and some cocoa, and other people call it edibles. So I am going to peel these and then I'm going to put them in the pot. Then after that, I'll be making my dumplings. Okay, all right. So, okay, my friends, I've added some more water in the pot. So I am going to now add my ground provisions, which is yellow yam, edibles, and some sweet yam. So here we go. So we've added that in there. And now that's going to cook, keep cooking. And then I am going to add my dumplings in a few minutes, okay? So, and next step is the seasoning of the pot, all right? So next step, I will include you in it, all right? Stay tuned. Okay, my friends, so I'll be making some dumplings. I'm using some unbleached all-purpose flour. So I'm just gonna pour some in here. Let's see, it's just my husband and I, but I'm gonna call a few guys to come and get some of the soup. So I don't need a lot of dumplings. Okay, so that should be enough flour. And then I am going to add some sea salt to it, just a little bit, okay? All right, and I'm gonna make it. So how you make your dumplings is you'll mix this in like so, right? And then you will just add your water until it forms the dough. All right, so I'll let you see how it looks when the dough is formed, okay? Okay, so now that your dough has been formed, you're going to make little dumplings. So let me show you how us Jamaican make our dumplings to go into our soup. So as many of you know, if you're from the Caribbean, and especially Jamaica, we love our soup. Chicken foot soup, beef soup, the good old chicken back soup, all of that stuff. We love our soup. So take a look at the pot now. It's really, really going. So I'm going to add the dumplings now, okay? And I'll just show you how I made my dumplings, right? Because my husband loves soup. And when you have a good man, you got to take care of him, right? Can I get an amen out there? When you got a good man, you got to treat him right. You got to feed him right. So I'm feeding him right tonight. So I'm going to make the dumplings. So here we go. Show you how it is formed. Okay, my friends. So you have the dough. So you're going to take like a little bit of it, right? And then depending how you were brought up, like my great grandmother, this is how she does it. And you make it in little tiny balls. Then you put a little dent in it, right? And this is how you make your dumplings, right? That's your dumplings. And then you put that into your soup to give it a little bit of oomph. Because dumplings without soup, without dumplings, no. This is what completes it, right? So you can make two different types, right? So I'm going to make this round one. And then I'm going to make another one that we call like the spinners. So spinners, you roll them like this, right? So if my non-Caribbean subscribers, if you have a husband who is from beautiful Jamaica, I'm showing you how to make spinners. So this is spinners, right? And you can put them in, all right? So once this is all in, it's time for me to season the soup, and I'm going to show you how I do it. So this is my pot. This is not the cooking channel kitchen. This is Faith Chill Spot kitchen, and I'm just showing you how I do it. And it tastes very good. So we all cook the same thing, but we have different approach to it, different techniques, you know. So I will show you the next step of seasoning the pot. All right, stay tuned. Okay, my friends, now we're going to add our seasoning, okay? So I'm going to add this chicken noodle soup mix. It's called cock soup. And then it's a low sodium one, and it has no MSG. And then you're going to add your scallion. You can add some onions and your thyme, and you can also add a Scotch bonnet pepper. Okay, so this is the way to season the pot. So once all of this is in, what you're going to do is you're going to lower the temperature and just let that simmer until the soup has a little thick consistency. Not too thick, but just a little thick. You don't want it to look like a broth. So the consistency has to be a little thick. I do have some yams in it, so you can also crush that in there to give it the soup a little bit of thickness, okay? So now we're gonna season, and the next final stage is the plating. So I will show you when it's all done, okay? Okay, so the chicken noodle looks like that. For those of you who are not, is new to Caribbean cooking or Jamaican cooking, my way, the chill spot way. So that's how it is. Oops, sorry. Then you're going to do a stir. You're going to do a stir, okay? Just stir it in. Stir everything in. I'm going to add a little bit more water. Stir that in and let that simmer. As I said, lower the temperature and let that simmer. And you're also going to add your salt. to taste. Okay, so that's the soup. So it can get a little thicker. If you had okra, if I had okra, I would put like 2 in there to give it a little body. But you don't want that brothy consistency. You want it to be a little thick. Okay, so that's my way, the Chill Spot way of cooking my chicken foot soup, because I gotta feed the husband because he's busy working. Okay, normally he doesn't eat chicken, but because he got this free range chicken, he's gonna eat it. All right, so I'll show you the plating. All right, stay tuned, y'all. Okay, my friends, the soup is ready. When you look at it, you know that it is done. See the consistency? It's not brothy, right? So I'm gonna share for my husband right now, and I called 2 guys to come and enjoy it because we can't finish this pot of soup. So it's good to be kind. So caring is sharing. So I'm gonna share some soup and I'm gonna show you how it looks in the bowl. So the soup is complete. It's time for plating. Okay, my friends, there it is. There it is. There is the soup for my king. It's beautiful, a nice pot of soup. He's going to have seconds, but there it is. Isn't that beautiful? And it's delicious. All that chicken foot is all cooked out, and that's how we want it. We don't want to be having any hands sticking out of our soup. So that's it. Bon appetit, okay? Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you being tuning in to my contents, and I'm trying my best without electricity to upload videos. So hopefully soon we will get power restored. Until next time, my friends, keep on pressing on. Whatever you're doing, keep on pressing on. All right? So, bye for now, my friends. Take care. Until next time on the Chill Spot.